Hi, I'm Ava.
And I'm Emma. We're second graders at Miller Avenue School.
Are you going into kindergarten?
If you said yes, this is a video for you.
We are going to tell you all about kindergarten at Miller Avenue School.
Let's start by answering some questions from kids.
My name is Tyler. Will he be in kindergarten?
Great question, Tyler. I know just who to ask. I'm here with Miss Anderson, who is one of the kindergarten teachers. Miss Anderson, can you tell us what type of books do kindergartners read?
I'd love to. In kindergarten, we read lots and lots of books. We read all kinds of books too. We read books that are super silly, like Interrupting Chicken, and we read books with really funny characters like David or Piggy and Gerald, who is one of our favorites. And we also read books that help us learn, and we learn about all different topics like bumblebees or woodpeckers. And I think one of our most favorite parts of reading books in kindergarten is when we get our very own book baggies and we get to fill them up with books that we love and can read every single day at home and at school, like this. So I think you'll have a great time reading books in kindergarten.
Thank you, Miss Anderson. You could get books at the library. Here's Miss LaValle.
We have lots of books here perfect for kindergartners. I have my friend Pete the Cat, Pigeon, Kevin Henkes, and plenty more books.
Hello, my name is Lana. Am I going to dance in kindergarten?
Thank you for your question, Lana. I'm here with Mrs. Von Bergen, who is also a kindergarten teacher. Hi, Mrs. Von Bergen. Will students dance in kindergarten?
Hi, Addison. Yes, we will dance all day long in kindergarten. Well, especially during brain breaks and music with Mrs. Verity and many other times during the day. Thanks for your question, Addison.
Thank you, Mrs. Von Bergen.
Hi, my name is Juliet. Now I would like to know if there's an art class in Miller Avenue. Bye.
That's a great question, Juliet. This is Miss Rajanovich, who's another kindergarten teacher. Can you tell us about the arts and crafts that kids make here?
Sure. Good to see you, Addison. That's a great question. So yes, we love to do arts and crafts in kindergarten. We like to start the year with finger paints. Sometimes we do watercolor paints, and this is some of our students this year that made some rainbows with their watercolor paints. We also like to make cards and things for our families, and this is one of our cards that we make. We also like to play with Play-Doh and maybe even some slime, but shh, keep that a secret. So we make art in our classroom, but we also have a great art teacher named Mrs. Brown, and her room is just down the hallway from my class, and our class goes there once a week to do beautiful projects.
Cool, thanks.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Alessandra. Will I get to play outside in kindergarten?
Thanks for your question, Alessandra. This is Miss Dennehy. She's also a kindergarten teacher. Hi, Miss Dennehy. Alessandra wants to know if kindergartners go outside.
That is a great question. We go outside all the time. We go outside every day for recess, and there's a great playground, but you'll hear more about that later. We also go outside to learn, so we will read outside. Sometimes we'll go on scavenger hunts. So we're going outside a lot.
Thank you, Mrs. Dennehy.
You're welcome.
What class will it look like?
To find out the answer, let's ask kindergarten teachers Miss Franklin and Miss Conklin. Hi, Miss Franklin.
Hi, Evan.
Hi, Miss Conklin.
Hi, Evan.
What do kindergarten classrooms look like?
Well, in every kindergarten classroom, you're going to have a really cool smartboard, and we have lots of toys for all the kindergartners to play with. We also have a bathroom in the room with a sink, and then you can put all of your stuff in your own cubby, and then we also have lots of books to read too. And there's also a carpet where we have our morning meeting and read lots of stories.
That's awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming, Evan.
You're welcome.
Hi, what will we learn in kindergarten?
Another terrific question, Juliet. I'm here with Mrs. Ford, who is another one of our great kindergarten teachers. Hi, Mrs. Ford.
Hi, Kylie. Good to see you.
What do kindergartners learn about?
Wow, that's a really good question. So probably the most exciting thing, the things that kids like to do the most in kindergarten is we learn to read, right? So most of the kindergartners can maybe read some letters, maybe they could read words in the beginning of kindergarten, but by the end of the year, we are all reading books. So mom and dad usually reads to you, right? But at the end of kindergarten, most kindergartners can read to their mom and dad. That's probably, should we just keep going? Should I tell you more that we're gonna learn? Writing. Writing is so much fun. During writing workshop, we write every single day. And same thing, we don't just write letters. We don't just write our name. We write real books that mom and dad can read. What else do we do? Math. We do a lot of counting. Probably a lot of the preschoolers come in, they already know how to count. But we learn how to put those numbers together, adding and subtracting. Oh my goodness, what else? Science. Science is pretty exciting in kindergarten. We learn about the weather, we learn about the seasons, we learn about how things move, about pushes and pulls. Oh my goodness. Right now we're planting seeds. We learn about how seeds grow. What else? Oh, probably the most important thing we learn in kindergarten, the most important one, is how to be kind. We learn how to be a good kid. We learn how to be a good friend. We learn how to share, how to take turns. Kindergarten is the best place.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back to see me.
You're welcome. Where will I eat my lunch?
I know a lot of students are interested in that. Thanks, Alessandra.
There's one more kindergarten teacher you haven't met yet, and here she is, Miss Grunfelder.
Hi, Mrs. Grunfelder.
Hello.
Can you tell the kids where they will eat lunch in kindergarten?
Sure, we go to the cafeteria in kindergarten. And here we are. And you're gonna love it.
Okay, let's go.
Ready? Ready to go? You're not doing it?
I'm doing it.
My goofballs.
How do you feel about kindergarten?
That's another great question, Cynthia. Let's see what some kindergarteners have to say.
I love writing all about books.
I love snack.
I love math book.
I love reading books.
I love writing stories.
I love tapping words.
We love recess! We love our teacher! We love science!
My favorite part of kindergarten is when we're learning part whole.
Love reading as a super reader.
It looks like we have one more question. This one is from Jameson.
Hi, I'm Jameson. Does Miller Avenue School have a playground?
We're so glad you asked that. We have some second graders who would love to answer that.
We have an amazing playground.
Amazing slides. Amazing swings. Amazing monkey bars.
Amazing rock wall.
Well, that's all the time we have. Wait, there's one more person we have to introduce. Of course. How could we forget? The principal!
I'm here with Mrs. Smith, who's the principal of Miller Avenue School.
Hi, Kylie. I'm just in the middle of writing a very big note.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. So what does a principal do?
Oh, a principal has so many responsibilities. But you know what? The most important part of my job is to keep our students and staff safe here at Miller Avenue. There is nothing more important than that. But I have other jobs too. A lot of times I have to help teachers get the right resources for their jobs so that they can teach you the best. I talk to parents and I talk to students all day long.
Wow, that's a big job.
It sure is. Kind of like my big pencil.
Can you tell us what else makes Miller Avenue a great school?
Miller Avenue is absolutely the best. You know what I think makes Miller Avenue the best? I think it's the students and the staff. We work so hard together, and I am so proud of everyone's positive attitude.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to get back to my big note. I have a big error, too. Would you like to help me fix it?
Yeah.
We hope you liked our video. And we know you'll love Miller Avenue School.